Hi there Virgo, here's a general look at your solar chart for February 2010. Now this is a time, up until the 19th is a time for you to see to a number of knotty details, get yourself better organized on all kinds of practical levels. You may even have to blow the dust off an old skill or further develop your skill set. Until the 19th is a good time for you to be gathering knowledge on these practical levels, building useful skills, but also interacting with people from whom you can learn, also people who are skilled and who can perform a service for you, whether that's anything to do with health, or whether it's to do with your general kind of daily tasks, your to-do list. That will depend on your personal chart. But definitely your urge to serve is going to be activated now, and you'll want to do it in the best way possible, like you always do, Virgo. And you should set yourself achievable targets related to the job or your everyday tasks, the details of which will be a strong focus. So you'll be synthesizing the many small acts and into one whole, and moving forwards, juggling many things at the same time. Now, as I say, others could be either performing services for you or contributing their skills, making their skills accessible to you. It could even be equipment of some kind. And in this kind of maintenance orientated period, they could be lending you a hand, getting repairs done, that kind of thing. But the drawback with that, it's good, because I think you're going to get good support on those practical levels this month, up until the 12th. But on the other hand, the drawback is that you've got to bend yourself around somebody else's schedule and also somebody else's wishes and needs. So you're going to have to sort of be on call, maybe, in a way. You'll have this sense of obligation, well, you do anyway, don't you, Virgo? But avoid, if you can, to get too wrapped up in tasks where you end up overlooking your own needs, which is always a pitfall with you. Now, Venus's cooling, healing hands are in your area of health until the 12th. She, is the goddess of beauty and balance and diplomacy and love, and all things which are aesthetic and to do with the arts and so on. And it's in an area of your work, and also related to health matters. So that bodes very well. That's a really good piece of news. And it means that I think in those areas there to do with, co-workers, your work situation, or maybe it is related to health, yours or somebody else's health, or maybe you are a health practitioner yourself. I think you're going to get support there. I think you're going to get the sort of sympathy, even compassion, but you will be listened to, I think, by co-workers or practitioners, and your opinions and your concerns are going to be respected, and that's up until the 12th. So if you need to get something off your chest, if you need to voice those concerns, ask questions or make applications for a better position, maybe better conditions, maybe before the 12th, if you possibly can. Although Venus is still going to be in a very in an area where she will be able to help you come across in a very persuasive way, where others will be more open and ready to listen to what you want. Financial gains could be related to health issues. Now that could be something to do with a personal health issue, or it could be that you may be involved in the therapy area in some way, but also financial gains through your work is altogether likely, and that again is up until the 12th. It might be fine, it might be cash, but it could be a bit of kit that you can use that gets dropped into your lap. And also, again, the support there, somebody pulling the load with you, somebody underpinning your efforts. So that's all good news. Now avoid crossed wires, because they're likely on the 7th and the 8th, when things could just get misconstrued there and your imagination could run riot. This is a maintenance orientated phase, as I said, when equipment may need repairing or upgrading, or you need to know how to work it, which button to press. And also on, on the level of the body, which is our soft machine that we walk around in, time maybe to look at, more sensible or sensitive, in fact, diet and exercise regime, or for you or for somebody, somebody that you are responsible for. So it's a great time for those sorts of activities, a great time for nurturing activities, anything which raises the life force within you, but also raises your spirits and makes you feel good, because it's not all about mechanics. It's actually about lightening up as well. And in fact, up until the 10th is a very good time for playful, spontaneous, maybe quite intimate self-expression with another, or working creatively through a craft, a therapy, or other leisure type pursuits, which allows you to unwind a bit and enjoy yourself, have a laugh, but maybe it still is serving another directly or indirectly when you do that. Now, important experiences may be happening behind closed doors or away from the public gaze for many months to come. Now, this is almost like a time of karmic winding up for you, Virgo, following hard on the heels of this long transit of Saturn through your sign, which will make a quick visit back into your sign later on in the year. So it's a brilliant time for you to be, winning brownie points in heaven, really, to put ego out of the way, to adapt to a more compassionate, self-effacing, perhaps non-judgmental standpoint, because that is going to stand you in such good stead when the main event takes off from June 2010. You are also in this long cycle of discovering what your true values are, what you consider to be the absolute bottom line when it comes to your priorities in life, and what it is, or maybe who it is, that you absolutely cannot live without. And to underpin that, you are also learning how to be shrewder, a bit tougher about material matters, financial matters, how to be more sensible regarding health, nutrition, and maybe your talents, developing those which could develop into something quite lucrative for you. You may be seeking new ways to bring pleasure and upliftment into your life too, and working harder at weeding out negative habits, or negative lifestyle, or negative self-talk that disempowers you, that knocks your confidence and makes it harder for you to accomplish what you really want. Luck could be on your side between the 15th and the 18th regarding a love relationship, or maybe a kind of business exchange with someone. From the 19th onwards, that's going to be a favorable phase for close relationships, maybe through people from backgrounds very different to your own. You'll get closer to somebody then. There'll be a major bonding exercise going on from the 19th. An excellent time for relationships there, for a mental rapport, and that period kicks in actually from the 12th, but it takes off more from the 19th. There'll be a real feeling of reciprocity in partnerships, I think, or people who are working with you in a close way. Definitely a time for teamwork then. Well, that's it for February. If you know your rising sign, have a listen to that too.